Hi, I'm Christian, the Crisis Coach. This video is all about one step, one day at a time. Some people call it living in the moment. It's a way in order to keep your mind happy and your life happy by dealing with things as they come, just one day at a time. Here's a great example of the one day, one step at a time. I shot the video yesterday. I've watched the video today and I thought it was great. I thought I did some good content. I thought I was happy with what I said and how I said it. Came back last night, watched it, wasn't happy, thought I'm not going to use this video. That was the 1 day rule. That was yesterday. I came to a new day today and I started a new day, new thoughts, and I dealt with things in a different way. Yesterday was history, today's the present moment, and that is all you should ever care about. Right here, right now.
When you take one day at a time, as they say, the old cliche, but it's true though. I mean, look at this. One day. Seeing it all where your beautiful places where you live. Come on. We've got the Milester here with us. Always ever present in the old walks, aren't we, Milester? One day. One beautiful day. Look at this. Look at this over here. When you see all of that, you're reminded whatever you think's a big thing, that river's still going to be flowing. And it's been flowing for a long time. The things that you think are flowing, your problems, they're big, they're getting bigger. Just stop and let them flow off. And just taking a bit of river, one step at a time. Taking one step into the next step that leads to the next step. Don't concentrate on 100 steps. Just concentrate on the first step. That's it. First step, getting out of bed. Just that one day. Get through that one day and you'll hit another day. Whatever things that materialise in that day, and you'll deal with them. And as they come up, you'll deal with them as they come. You don't have to think about them, make a big impression of them in your mind. You just have to deal with them. It comes up, right, that's something to sort. I quickly sort it, and then you move on. It's the thinking about it that becomes the problem. Materialising in your mind that problems are bigger than what they actually are. Creating stories, all of them horror stories. When really they're only things that you make bigger by overthinking it. I know it's easier said than done. I'm out on my take one step at a time because I was supposed to do something else and last minute it changed. So I thought, what can I do in my day? I'm actually going to work soon, but what can I do in the small time? I'm going to come out with Miles. Enjoy that. Come on. In the winter, all icicles formed. I was hoping to see them, but we'll save that for another time. One day, one step. I did a video recently on any large goal that you've got. You break it down to 10 steps and just try and do one. And that's a bit like a day. You might have something to do in a month. There's 28 days in a month. That's 28 days to get there. You make 28 small changes to whatever it is you're looking at doing. You achieve it slowly, but you get there. Little steps, one day at a time.
One day at a time, no matter what you've got. If you've got an injury, like I had my ACL reconstructed, the first day was horrendous. Every day would have been like that, I couldn't have coped. But I just got through that day. I started the next day. Wasn't in as much pain, but it was still not great. By day 10, I'm getting back to normal. And things are becoming normal. In 2005, my mum died. Saddest event in my whole life. We're now 16 years on. I still think about her all the time. At the time when it happened, I thought it was going to take over my life and I was never going to get through it. But as I took it day by day, once I got into 7 days, I'm a week further on from her going, I still thought about it. I still think about her now. I'll never, ever, that's the thing, you probably never, ever stop thinking about them. But you learn how to be without them, and that's what life is. Anything that you lose, you might lose something, you might lose a job, whatever it be, it's always worse day one. Just get through that day, and then the next day is another fresh day, and you take that one on as well. You take each day on, and you prepare yourself the night before to make sure that you can take that day on. Prepare any windows that are going to be bad windows for you, and you prepare them. And you make sure you haven't got them anymore. But you've got to plan ahead for a good, healthy mind. It's not that depression isn't a thing, because it totally is. It totally is. And if you're suffering, I feel sympathy for you. But also, yes, depression's a problem. But if you don't eat well, if you don't exercise, if you don't have good relationships, if you don't look after your body, all them things will make you feel depressed. I can say that I've never been depressed, even with my mum dying, because I wanted to deal with me by doing certain things. I was sad. Oh, I was so sad. But it's that managing you to get the best out of you. And no one comes along and sprinkles some magic dust and it's all right, because it isn't. You sprinkle your own little time management or your own plan for the next day, or making sure you make space to give yourself some space. You got this.
Here we go. One little step at this bridge. One step. And we go over it. One little step. But do what I do. Come here. I've got loads of problems. If I have to be honest, I'm riding a few things myself. Just taking them one day at a time. And when I look back in a year, I'll look back at the big problem I overcame. But I'll also remember this day like, this is, the special moments of the environment that you live in and the beauty that we're surrounded by. Sometimes we forget that, especially if we stay stationary in our homes and houses and do too much of that. Too much in the house is too much on your mind. Keeping your mind active and busy is how you keep your mind happy and moving forward. It's too much time sat thinking gives yourself too much of a priority to think, too much of a time to think that everything isn't as you want it to be. But if you slowly let it be, it'll form and be it anyway. One day at a time. Everything in little stages, little steps lead to bigger steps. Don't make big things as much as they are. We're all on, when we started our life, it was one step till the end, but we don't know when the end's going to be, but it's always too soon. So it's not going to get in the way of me enjoying my steps. Signing out on this beautiful, beautiful place.
The most important part of the rule is don't ask too much of yourself. You're the one who manages you. If you put too much on these things, it weighs you down. Don't expect too much. Every challenge that we have can be brought down to smaller steps. It's not one big thing that needs to happen right now, right here. It's one little part that needs to happen right now and right here for you to build up each different part as you get to your goal. Stop putting so much on your shoulders and start being more relaxed and manage yourself in a way that you'd want to get the best out of yourself. And that's not by asking too much of yourself.
Hey, back again in my one day at a time walk in Wonderland. Come on. And as I was walking, I was just on the phone then to my friend in Australia, explaining about I've had a large issue and I've been dealing with it. And you know what? I can't give you any scientific reason behind this, but if you just let something be and don't stop it being, you will find that it does sort itself out. When you put up the pressures and the barriers of, I can't do this, I've got to do this, everything's like everything's a problem, then problems occur. I don't know. Problems occur. But when you just let it be, let things be and let them ride out, you'll find that they naturally play themselves out. Think back to yourself, right? I've got a tax bill looming, didn't have the money. And I made some money a couple of months ago, and I bet you, I was just saying this on the phone, it happens to be exactly what my tax bill is when it turns out. I didn't mean to create that, but it did, because I just let it be. I wasn't thinking about my tax bill. I knew it was a time coming, but because I've been taking one day at a time, I've just been doing everything that I needed to do to get there. The little bits that I break down to do in order to get to where I want to be. Just let it be. If you sit around and think about all your problems, they'll develop and get bigger. If you sort of like detach yourself away, and that's what I've done today. This is detaching, simple as that. Detaching yourself is like, if you go for a walk away from things, you'll start like, I don't want to be all cliche because it is a bit of a cliche title, but I look at this river and I think about all the people that have stood here before and sat here before and gone through it. The amount of laughs that people have had. People have swam in there. People have done so many things over hundreds and thousands of years, and there's me, 43 years old, walking through it, thinking that I actually don't think it. I'm thinking that, like, I'm trying to think of someone else, thinking that they have the weight of the world on the problems. But the weight of the world is something that we self-create ourselves, and we allow it to get bigger and bigger, and the more we think about it, the larger it become. Just recently, to start to understand other people's mental health problems or mental well-being, what they do about to keep mentally strong. I've been going on some Facebook sites, and it's an interesting portrayal. I know that I understand I do these videos to make you feel that you want to create a better you and enjoy the life that you have got better by seeing it with different eyes and actually appreciating it rather than trying to think that it isn't as it is. And I read some of the things and I started to think, I put a question, I said, well, I'm interested in what people do in order to keep the mental well-being high, to keep happy, to keep things. And no one responded back, but I did see a lot of respondents about constant people thinking about their state of mind. And I think if you think about your state of mind all the time, it grows. If you just distance yourself away from it and let it be, it can go away and disintegrate. And the 1 day at a time rule, whatever your problem is, if you've got 30 days, that's 30 steps to do it. If you break anything down into 30 things, it becomes a lot smaller. Because when you're on the walk and you're thinking of nothing other than just the place that you're at, you'll find that your mind naturally wanders at not thinking, oh God, worries, everything's against me, and oh, I've got these big things to think about. It's not like that. It's more like you'll find that a logical step will ping. It's like a text message of the mind. Ping. All right, I could do that. And when you're letting it be, that's what you're doing there. You're letting life be and letting it go on and observing the time around you. You'll find that things come more, and you'll understand that if the huge pressures you can sometimes put on yourself by thinking about your broader problems and how big they are, life's supposed to be an enjoyable machine, like a clockwork going round, and to enjoy it, we can't overthink it. Because if you're over 40, there's so many things, especially in our current day and age with COVID and the rest of things, if you got caught in overthinking things, your mind can go to some crazy places. So keep it down, keep it realistic, take today, just think to yourself, I can get through today, and my key thing of getting through today. So you've observed the fact that you create problems, make them bigger yourself. Just whatever you can get done today will get done. If not, it'll be tomorrow. But most important thing for me, the most important thing, and you need to take this one on board, if you're getting to the end of this day and you want to have a good day tomorrow, you must plan out a day that's going to make you happy. What are you going to do from the second you get on? What are you going to do from the second you get up to ensure that you have a good day? Because it's your choice on how your day goes. So you need to plan ahead to make sure you haven't got time. If you're an overthinker, don't allow time to overthink. You think about where your weaknesses lie with overthinking and don't let them happen. So plan out today a good day tomorrow that's going to make sure that you're happy and you get some things done. Not loads, you don't have to do massive steps. Just one little step. It'll get you a little bit closer to where you want to be. Little steps. Don't spend the whole day thinking about yourself and how big your problems are and all you've got going on. Spend today just making one little step and moving forward. You've got this, telling you, you got it. Well, it's a bit different me mentioning this now rather than being at the beautiful river, but I'm here now, so this is where I have to be. So I've just mentioned that in order for you to have a good day tomorrow, you must plan it. So if you're someone that, if too much time on your hands, you think too much, don't allow yourself any time. Here's a little example of a tiny thing that I do that you can just see on these pictures now. That's me. And I'm pretty useless at organisation, but I organise my mind because that's the most important thing about me. I'm not going to lie, as I do this video, it's the afternoon. I came in this morning, no motivation. I looked at my plan that I saw there. Someone's dropped out of the Zoom. No motivation, got to lunchtime, I was unmotivated and I thought, you know what? I can either go home and continue being unmotivated or I can get something out of this afternoon. And that was this video. So I've got something out of it and I hope that you get something out watching it. If you have, put something in the comments. If you haven't got around to subscribing yet, it's over there. So subscribe on the channel for me. Not missing any videos from now on. Set the notifications on. And give yourself a break. That's what everyone doesn't do. Give yourself a break. I give myself a break because I realise if I give myself a hard time, how will I ever achieve anything if I'm constantly on myself?
There's maybe an opposite line. I should give myself a little bit, release the brake, but we'll get to that in a future video. Stop putting too much on your shoulders and let yourself grow by doing little things, little steps each day by day. When a problem arises, you deal with it. You don't have to think about it. It comes in, I deal with it, it's gone. Nothing is ever as big as what you make it in your mind. Nothing. Remember, we're here to have a happy life, so stop giving yourself an unhappy life by not preparing for an amazing good life. You can do it. You've got it.